Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time of your very busy schedules to be here to join us. We have a very intimate group. This is a very informal process, as you can see. There are some nibblies. There is a great opportunity to network with those you may have not seen in a while. Please take the time, rekindle those acquaintances, and please enjoy yourself. I really just wanted to take the opportunity to thank you for being here. I hope that most of you, well, if not all, will be here tomorrow to go through our award ceremony and to go through our AGM. Boy, that's really exciting. But anyway, without any further ado.
How about you? And this is all about working together in British Columbia, where you don't have to be a competitor, you can work together and build something that is right for the province and for the industry. This is one of the videos that we're just going to show, Adam, you can get it ready, that we made for the Food Innovation Centre of British Columbia. Pat is here, Pat Summers, and they're exhibiting at the first booth there, so you can see all the other videos there as well. And they came to us and asked us to look at innovative stories in British Columbia. Which of our members are really innovative? And we had to come up with all ideas, and they could shoot them down and say, this is not innovative enough, go back to the drawing board. You know what Pat can be like sometimes. Anyways, just pulling away. Anyways, and we came up with different stories, and this was the first one that was chosen. And what we were looking for was where are people in the province looking for new ideas, new solutions, and what do they do to find the technology, to find the support to do that? We had, of course, an agenda behind the scenes because we wanted to show these people had to go outside the province to go find that stuff, and we wanted a technology or an innovation center inside the province. That's behind it. This is the first of the 4 videos that we'll be showing. So I don't know if you can shoot the video first. In the video, you'll see.
Sure. So as with business, lots of things change over time. In Avalon's case, there's been some consolidation. They built a new plant. They're in the process of moving the old plant, and so with their new line, the capacity is much bigger, and so as a result, it became very inefficient for Avalon to process the fluid milk for us.
You know, I think for a company like MeadowFresh, the challenge that I had when I acquired the company almost 8 years ago was dealing with the capital costs of surviving a very competitive and consolidated industry. Deciding, does MeadowFresh want to be a manufacturer? Do we want to be a distributor? Do we want to be a branded company? Can we actually pull off all 3? And as I progressed with MeadowFresh, it became quite clear to me that our core competencies and strengths were definitely on the manufacturing, packaging side, and the distribution, the local distribution side. And to try and do everything can create challenges. And I think the importance of alliances, and today to me is really today is Bill's story. It's about Bill's story because developing and coming up with the innovative idea to me is the biggest challenge. And
well, I want to, from what Rahim has just said, you're very innovative and you've got lots of different things going. I think you have 9 companies or something, the Nutriva Group is, and there are new ideas. Every time I hear you speak, now with booster juice, I mean, there's every time a new surprise. And something Rahim said to me, just when he said it, struck a chord with me, that focus is very important as well. So how do you see yourself going forward, learning from your interaction with Rahim as well? You know, because the world is so big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely, and that, I guess that's one of the challenges that we face in innovation in the industry that we're in. Right today, we think it's important to be involved in, production, feed ingredient, innovation and distribution, which relates to some of these natural enhancements, a bit in transportation. All these things do help facilitate to make what we're trying to do a little bit more efficient.
Important because when you do something innovative and it starts off small, the belief and the faith that you put into it is that it's going to be big, and you have that belief and you work towards that, because there is give and take in everything. As a manufacturer, it's challenging working with growing volumes because it takes time. And I think the importance of a relationship that can be long-term so that you can enjoy the benefit of growth and efficiencies and opportunities and some of the risks that you take earlier on start to pay back later on. And so I do.
Yeah, long-term relationship, definitely. Best story there ever is. So I couldn't have happened to nicer people. So Adam will show us a video that's approximately 1 minute long.
Now, take a chance, because making the cut could change your life. Just ask Brian and Corin Mullins, who brought their organic chia-based cereal called Holy Crap. It's very healthy.
Yeah. It's the healthiest thing you'll ever eat in your life. Holy crap, is this ever good?
That reaction landed them a deal in record time.
Tell me what.
We just wrote down a couple of notes about 3
Over to them.
About 3 a.m. last night. We'd like to, that spot ran away, by the way, it ran in all Odeon movie theaters for a month this spring, in front of all the theaters. So people called us from around the country going, hey, I saw you on the big screen.
We had seen it.
We had never seen it. Anyway, we'd like to thank Nico Human, the BC Food Processors, for asking us to this meeting, and of course the Dragon's Den and Jim Treleving. Whoever thought that 5 minutes on the Dragon's Den TV show would result in $1 million in web sales overnight? When they shot that video, it was 3 weeks after the show. In the last 6 months since the show aired, we've built a new state-of-the-art food plant, created 16 new jobs, paid new taxes to Gibson's, and brought some food security to the Sunshine Coast. We have enough food on hand now to feed everybody for a week in case of an earthquake. On the sales side, some have said in national newspapers that General Mills and Kellogg should beware, but we have a long way to go yet. But we've served well over 2 million servings with not one complaint yet. We're now in hundreds of stores here and over 1,000 shops across Canada and shipping to 11 countries. And our employees, we can't say enough, we've got a handful of people that can make 4,000 bags per day per line by hand. And the company is developing turnkey systems, operations and training manuals, software, and online systems to be able to quickly expand production to other locations and countries. Essentially, we can put in a small container, we can put our whole factory in there and ship it off and be producing in another country within days. Our people designed the machinery, built the plant, and now sell the cereal at the stores. Where's Rob? Rob? There's Rob. Rob's a general manager, and he's hired every friend he knows. But our people are computer literate, social networking wizards, and our crews make twice the average entry wage on the coast. They've got a healthcare plan, flexible schedules, and a share in the success. We founded this business the month that one of the biggest investment banks in the world, Lehman Brothers, went bankrupt.
Social networking side of it, but also the social responsibility that you guys are showing. Something that you said in the first time I heard you speak was you refuse to pay people minimum wages.
No, we can't.
And why? Tell me about it.
Well, if single parents or anyone who's starting out, young people as well, it's very hard to make any kind of anything meet at $8 an hour or $8.95 an hour. It's impossible. You cannot live on that. You just can't.
I think what happened was that when Corin retired from Air Canada and we were looking around for something to do, she said, I'll pick up a couple of jobs, and I won't name the chains, but the idea is that they pay as little as possible, no health benefits whatsoever, and they don't care about the employees at all. And in our case, we're not doing that. And it's almost forward profit sharing because we are making some money at this. So it's not benevolence, it's money that we could be putting in our pocket that we're paying out because we think that people are valuable. The product, whether people think so or not, the product absorbs the energy of the people making it. You can see that with the cows. If you extend that to people, right? If the people are happy making the cereal, the people eating it are going to be happy. And we brought some machinery in at great expense, but only machinery that helps reduce the injuries of the employees, like carpal tunnel syndrome, or the kind of repetitive injuries. We bring things in to solve those right away. But it's important that it be made by hand and that the people are happy.
information circular in the form of proxy mailed to the members of the council on May 18th, 2011. Therefore, proper notice of the meeting has been duly given to the members.
Thank you, Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, special guests, I'm humbled to be up here in the company of all the many food processors and guests and friends that are here today.
Thank you.
Namaste, everybody. I'm really honored to be here. Obviously, this could have not been done without Mike Donado's extreme hard work and who's the CFO who's been, pulling the strings of where I should spend money and where I should not.
Welcoming Grant Thornton, Jim Menzies to the stage to hand over the Innovation Award. Let's give a hand for Jim Menzies.
Well, good afternoon. I flew in here last night, so I didn't see the game. I just want you to know, I lived in Toronto for about 18 years. Prior to that, I was in Alberta. And I was in Alberta, except to say they are the drivers of the economy still. They have a lot of money. They have a ton of money. And they spend a ton of money. They do not intend to take it with them, nor do they intend to leave it for their kids. What have they done over their lifetime? When they got in trouble, they bought their way out of something. In fact, when they've enjoyed something for a period of time and then walked away from it, they've ended up bankrupting companies. And they brought companies back. Pretty good example of that is the whole hush puppy here.
So I'll invite Vikram first to introduce himself and let us know a little bit about your business.
My name is Vikram Vinch. I'm a chef owner of Vijay's restaurant, Vijay's Rangoli, and just got myself into trouble by opening up a production facility out in Cloverdale. It's 28,000 square feet. Wanted to showcase Indian food to the people, and the idea behind the packaged meals was not just to increase, not just to sell the food, but more to make people feel as if they cooked the food. So when you make...
Since that time, the business has changed a little bit. And today we're a Canadian and a US company with origins in British Columbia. So to be a better proper description, if you go back to the first page,
The Nutrient Group is kind of a group of multifaceted agribusinesses, and we start really from feed ingredient to farm, through the processing, through partnerships, to produce healthy, functional, naturally enhanced natural foods.
Yeah.